Wilder Show podcast. I'm Scott. That's Lauren.
Hello.
Hey, how are you, Lauren?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Instagram, you'll find us there, a Wilder Show pod, and then like and follow and all that. If you want to email us, just email podcast@wildershow.com. And the Wilder Show podcast drops Tuesdays and Fridays before 6 a.m. Central, each of those days, on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeart, Amazon, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. So like, rate, follow, subscribe, and share. And we're also on the TikTok. So Wilder Show on the TikTok. Okay, let's dive into the things.
Mm-hmm.
I feel obligated to do a bit of an update on the Charlie Kirk story, but I don't think there is much.
Not a lot to report
well,
right
I mean,
now.
not a lot. Not a lot that isn't sort of conspiracy theory stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, we have the official timeline, such as it is. We have the official word of who they think did it,
Yeah.
of who they say confessed,
Mm-hmm.
of the evidence they say they have on him, and that's sort of still the going story.
Wait, what's the going story?
That's
the
the going
conspiracy
story.
theories or the
No. The going story is that the guy that they say did it, and
Yeah.
that is the real text exchange with him and the roommate and all those things, and nothing to see here. But I think there are some people some of it doesn't ring true.
Is that a surprise though? That there would be that it would not ring true for it seems like whenever something like that happens, the conspiracy theories follow pretty quickly.
They do.
I think personally, I think if you're not looking for the conspiracy theories, you wouldn't even know that they're out there. You certainly wouldn't know that they are as plentiful as they are.
Well, they are legion. I must say they are.
Well, I know that because I talked to you.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with anything I've read at all. Just some of the things that didn't make sense to me. And because they didn't make sense to me.
I just meant that I know that they're all out there because I talked to you. I don't know that, I don't think that I'm particularly gullible. And I'm not saying that it necessarily happened exactly the way we think that it happened. I guess I'm just waiting to see what else comes out organically, if anything else does.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I don't feel, particularly naive for
buying the
reading
official word.
That makes me sound kind of naive. Buying the official word, but yeah,
but
for now I'm buying the official word.
Until the official word changes. The whole conspiracy thing is that people don't really buy the official word. Not that they couldn't, but it has to make sense. I mean, if it doesn't make some of these things, I don't want to go through the whole detail because it makes me sound like a crazy person. But some of the things
therein lies my point.
Well,
but go ahead.
Well, I mean, look,
and I don't mean
if
just
you had
you.
ever, but if you had ever fired a 30-06 round, and if you knew the damage a 30-06 round could do, you might find the official version implausible. Yeah. Now, if you've never done that, or you don't know anyone who has, or you have no access to people who know those things, you might go, well, yeah, it just stuck right there in his skin and the bone stopped it. A person who does that would say that's not possible. And so that's not a conspiracy theory person. That's a person who's saying that is not a plausible thing.
When you read things like that, though, and not you, anybody who's interested in these, finding out what, and I mean no disrespect. And part of it too, when I even say the word disrespect, some of it makes me feel a little bit like I am disrespecting Charlie Kirk a little bit, just to be talking about it. Like, I mean, and
like
that doesn't mean that we wouldn't want we certainly want justice, but to think that there's like, Rick on the subreddit or whatever, I don't spend a lot of time there either, is spending a whole lot of time. And then, he's the guy that gets the attention for, and how do you really know? I mean, I know what you just said about if you've ever fired a particular gun, but if you read, you might know that for a fact, but if you read what somebody else said, well, I have, and this is what I can tell you. How do you really know that he has?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you can't know that.
Yeah.
But there are people, not everyone who disagrees with or has questions about the official a report such as it is, I mean, so far, it's not an official end report. Not everyone who has a different idea is a conspiracy person. They may be a very experienced person in some of the things that the elements of the story. And they may say, wow, that would be the first time in history that a round, a 30-06 round, could be fired at twice the speed of sound and be stopped by somebody's collarbone.
Yeah.
I mean, a human's, not a bull moose. And so those people, and I know people who know those things, not just know people who know people whose cousin knows those things. I know people who know these things. And so that part, I wonder about. But I'm sure you remember what Occam's razor is? Do you know what Occam's razor is?
I've heard that, and I know we've talked about it, but I'm sorry, I don't remember.
The shortest way to think of it is this way, and it flies in the face of sort of what I'm talking about. It really is more on your side. Not your side, but you know what I'm talking about, is if you hear thundering hooves, don't think zebras. Right?
Okay.
Think horses.
Sure.
Right? And in the actual, what it is it's a principle that says the simplest explanation for a phenomenon is usually the right one.
Yeah.
It's usually not as complicated as you believe it is. So we'll see. I mean, I think so far there's not I don't think there's a whole lot of evidence other than what we're told the confession was from the guy to his dad.
Yeah.
And that they found the kid's rifle with the kid's DNA on it.
Well, the confession to his dad and the confession that he made they say he made in
the
a text
note,
message.
in the text, yeah.
And that they say he made in that Discord chat to
that was
the
that
other
was
people.
me. And all those things. And I hope that will all be looked into. And if I could put a pause on that just for a second, this is part of the reason why go back to previous elections, even not the last election that Trump won, but the previous one.
Yeah.
2020, the one that he lost.
Yeah.
The one where he said nobody should use mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballot, you can't be trusted. They're going to rig the election. You can't trust anybody. That's part of the problem. If we can't trust anyone, we end up only trusting the people that say something we agree with, whether it's a government agency or your mama. I mean, the only truth is the truth that agrees with you.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem. It really feeds this mentality of you can't really trust the outcome. Now, we do have things in history. They say, well, yeah, I mean, we do have some things in history where the government was not telling us exactly what was going on. And I don't like that. I don't like that there are things like that because it feeds this idea of, well, if it happened once or it happened twice, then it might happen all the time.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. So we'll see. I'm gonna be hopeful that whatever is true will be known, and there are enough sleuths and different things. There's enough video that's out there. Everybody has video of everything, and there's enough video that it's like everyone is Zapruder. Everybody has their own Zapruder film that they have of this event. But I really do believe. I think we saw, was it Sean Penn? Even Sean Penn, what he had to say about this that happened to Charlie Kirk. I mean, when you look at what he's a raging liberal, somebody would say, not even he's a communist or whatever, but he certainly disagrees with probably everything that Charlie Kirk stands for. And in a world where so many people on the left are having horrible things to say, he did not have horrible things to say. He's
in a movie that just came out last weekend, which means he's making the rounds. He's on the press tour, and he said he spoke out against violence, against this kind of violence. He said, we need people like Charlie Kirk, even though he disagreed with almost everything he stood for. He said, we need that debate. We've got to fight it out and find a compromise. And I don't think he meant fight it out like with our fists.
With words.
He meant with words, with thoughtful discourse.
It's good. It's good. Anyway, we'll keep watching, as everyone is. And the other thing, just one more note about this is such a big story. We kind of rail sometimes against social media for what it does, driving us to our corners, the algorithms, just feeding you more of what it is that you love, or what you
said
think
you liked.
That's right. You show me more of this, and then I never ever see the other stuff, and they never ever see any of the stuff from my side, and we just get in these echo chambers. Another problem is these people that are posting things are getting traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And their traffic is generating money.
Yeah.
So it's entirely possible. So many of these people, I'm not saying they do it for the nefarious reasons, but they benefit from stoking this fire.
Sure.
The more it is, it's not just a matter of, your point of view gets across, but you get 6 million views on your stuff, and then you make a little bread on this stuff.
You make a little bread on that stuff, maybe, and those people stay around for the next thing that you.
And the breaking news, and over the weekend, you got to, hey, listen, on Monday, I'll have more for you. And it all becomes just a crazy, crazy thing where it becomes an industry.
Yeah.
You talk about offensive. I'm not saying that people that are doing this for this reason, but it is a little ghoulish to think that, wow, I really never made as much money as a month and a half after Charlie Kirk died.
Yeah.
We gained 2.5 million viewers, and literally every second of every day for those 2.5 months, we had people that were being added to our fold.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a ghoulish thing.
It is.
That could be.
It's terrible.
What garners you money. What is the deal with all the military leaders coming here for a hands-on, literally in-person, hands-on meeting this week? Speaking of conspiracies, some think it's just a pep rally that Secretary of Defense Hegseth is just going to rally the troops and give them the warrior ethos talk.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems implausible to me.
Yeah.
That you would bring, 800 generals and admirals from around the world and pluck them from where they are and doing what they do to come and sit in a room so that you got a good visual for the gram.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's that. Now, that may be the outward story, but I just can't believe that would be the case. I don't think you summoned the high command from all over the world for that. You wouldn't want 5 of these guys in the same airplane at the same time.
Yeah. In
case something happened. The power, let alone have them all in the same room or maybe even in the same city.
That is kind of weird.
There is a thing, you've heard of skiff before, right? A skiff, you know what a skiff is?
Is it a boat?
No, it can be, yeah, if it's spelled that way. But this is a military skiff.
Okay. Everything
is is it an acronym or an acrostic? Anyway, skiff, it's SCIF. It's Sensitive Compartmented Information Facility.
Okay.
I know a little bit of this. I've never been in one. I know people who have. And they, you go into a place where there are no cell phones, there are no information, electronic or otherwise, gets in or gets out.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of an air-gapped laptop?
From you, I think.
Yeah, an air-gapped laptop is a laptop or a computer that has never been on the internet, has never had anything put in it that was on the internet. It's kind of a rare thing anymore, but that would be one that has never had the opportunity to be compromised.
Okay.
That's sort of what a skiff is.
All right.
A skiff is a room like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that room doesn't have to be a little tiny room, like 20 by 20 room. It could be a bigger room.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that is the vein we're talking about. We're talking about the meeting that's going to take place.
You mean it's a venue like that?
It's any secure facility.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be a small room. It doesn't have to be a big room.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows what's going to be shared. I know that there's some nervousness about Venezuela. There's nervousness about Venezuela. There's nervousness, frankly, about what I think is going to be the next obsession.
What's that?
Now that the rapture window appears to have closed.
For now.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, truly, you never know. But what is the next obsession? And it's the 3-eye atlas. You know what that is?
No.
The 3-eye atlas has everyone's attention. If you don't know what it is, it's the interstellar comet that will pass through our galaxy that, frankly, is no threat to the world. But it will be the obsession for the next couple of months.
Okay.
Is it really just a comet? What if it's aliens returning to Earth? There are now several other comets that are traveling with this comet, which, by the way, the trajectory has shifted, and that is inexplicable.
I did hear that.
Those kinds of things. These are not my thoughts.
I know. Yeah. The more you talk about it, the more familiar it seems to me. Yeah.
Are they coming to attack us? Are they coming to research us, conquer us? This is the kind of stuff that you're going to hear in the days ahead.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I like space stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, coming to work early every day, and the first thing I do when I get out of the car. What's the first thing I do when I get out of the car? Every single day.
Look at the moon.
I look up at the stars. Mm-hmm. I look up and first of all, to get my balance, I find Orion's belt. Mm-hmm. I got my balance now. Yeah. They've been really bright. They were really bright a couple of about a week ago. Mm-hmm. Just maybe it was, I don't know, low pressure system or something. And you know, I wasn't out of the city, but it was early enough. It was pitch dark. Mm-hmm. There was no moon. Maybe that helped. But I love what's going on in space. Yeah. I love the final frontier. Right? Know what I said? Somebody
said that once. I don't know that it was necessarily a scientist. I think it was a screenwriter.
So 3i Atlas is what to watch for in the, I think it's by November. I think we have until Thanksgiving before they come and get us. Benjamin Netanyahu and the president trying to hammer out the peace deal, the Hamas peace deal. And basically it's Benjamin Netanyahu and the president in America deciding what will be the conditions for Hamas's surrender. That really is really is what it is. Mm-hmm. It's not going to go. They're not going to be happy about it. But there have been other nations that have signed on. I know Indonesia has signed on. Others have said, "Hey, listen, take this deal. You get some guarantees here. Look, these sides have been at war. I mean, for thousands of years. Mm-hmm. We've had president after president think that they're going to fix it and they're going to solve it and win the peace prize or whatever. It doesn't happen. I'm not saying don't try. It's good to try. We want peace, but don't be surprised if maybe Hamas says, "Yeah, we'll go for that," and then they pull a Hall and Oates and say, "I can't go for that." No can do. That wouldn't surprise me. Mm-hmm. Because that's the nature of this relationship. It's just it's not like it's just the way it is. But good for trying, I guess.
Celine Dion says.
Huh? That's the way it is. Mm-hmm. All right. No more song lyrics.
I can't promise that.
Okay.
Speaking of songs, we have a performer for Super Bowl 60.
I heard that, originally a lot of people thought it would be Taylor Swift.
I think they were really working on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I saw that Adele had turned down the opportunity, mm-hmm. But it's going to be Big Bunny.
It's Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Right.
Yeah. Otherwise known as Benito Ocasio.
Okay.
He is a Puerto Rican rapper, actor, and producer. I know of Bad Bunny. I know who Bad Bunny is. Mm-hmm. Just like a week or so ago, he's fresh off of I think it just wrapped up, 31 night residency in Puerto Rico, a concert every night in his homeland that was very well received, very well attended. Mm. And now, next stop, Super Bowl. The thing with Taylor Swift, I thought, was kind of, he's thrilled. He's thrilled. Had beautiful things to say about it. Very excited about it. Deal. An honor for him, for his people. He's thrilled to get to do it. Mm-hmm. The whole reason the Taylor Swift thing fell apart. Did you hear about that?
No.
Apparently, you don't get paid for being the Super Bowl halftime
show. Oh, is that
show.
Right?
You get paid in exposure. It's a big deal to be on the Super Bowl.
Sure.
To be the halftime show for the Super Bowl. But Taylor Swift doesn't really need exposure.
But she also doesn't need money.
She doesn't need money. Well, she didn't want money.
No.
She wasn't asking for money.
What she wanted?
What she asked for was to own her performance.
Oh,
and
really?
they said no. We can't do that.
Huh. That's interesting.
And,
I didn't know that.
She'd had a little bit
of a...
she does. Yeah. She
had
some bad experience with that, not owning her stuff in the past. And she decided, let's just part friends. And I'm not going to.
If I can't own it, I don't want to do it. Well, that's creative control. Mm-hmm. I got to respect that. Mm-hmm. So she didn't want money. She was going to do it for free, the way they all would do it for free. Mm-hmm. But she also obviously doesn't need exposure.
Right.
seems like they could have worked that out somehow. I don't know.
Maybe not.
But if she wants to own everything, and I mean, she's the boss of her, so she can do what she wants.
Mm-hmm. It seems like it would be kind of a nice little, I don't know, would it be a nice little feather in her cap? She's done so much already. If you add that, is that really?
Yeah, I think it would be good.
If you say that you've been on this, world tour, selling out stadiums 3 nights in a row, all over the world.
But
do you really need the Super Bowl halftime show to?
I'm going to say yes. I think of all the ones, the great. I mean, the great. I say great, very popular singers. I mean, Springsteen's done it, and Michael Jackson did it at least once. Mm-hmm. And presumably they didn't get to own. Not that I mean she shouldn't, get to own hers. I'm just saying people that kind of, did it, for a really long time and were really great over perhaps even decades. Didn't have a problem with it. But again, that doesn't mean that she has to not have a problem with it. She should do whatever she wants to do. I don't know. It's great to do all these other things, but that would be sort of
It'd be cool to say you did it.
Look at the Whitney Houston singing of the national anthem.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
Well, think about it for a second. Imagine if she had said, well, you know what? I'd like to do it. I know I'm not going to get paid, and I don't need the exposure. I don't need the money. I don't need the exposure. But I really need to own that performance. Imagine that would never have taken place.
We'd have missed something so special.
Well, we would have, but it also, I think that meant something to her for the rest of her career.
Yeah.
I mean, a feather in the cap. There are many people who believe that is the definitive version of the national anthem.
I find that on YouTube, and I watch it every year at Super Bowl time. Yeah. Usually more than once.
So answer to your question, I think she should have done it. She should have eaten it a little bit. I mean, she's got all the money in the world. I'm not sure giving up. And you say, well, she's not going to get paid. I know that. But really part of the owning of it is to not let other people get something from you.
Yeah.
It's like, really? If you don't do it, obviously, no one else can benefit from that. Well, it really is yours. But also this thing that could have been a moment never takes place.
I guess if you own it too, it's not, maybe I'm naive again, to think that it might not be about money at all. It's not that you don't want other people to make money from it. You want to be the only one to make money from it. You just want to be in control of how it's used. Right?
We do live in a world where you never know how things are going to get used in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone has the rights to something, would they be on the next, Toyota ad? Yeah,
well,
I mean, if they own the rights to it, they can do what they want. I mean, a lot of songs, there are a lot of songs we grew up with that people today only know those songs because they're in ads.
Sure.
It's like, no, dude, that was a real song. It was a really good song. It wasn't just a jingle for fill in the blank. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that was the reason why. That's her right,
Yeah.
Speaking of fun, it's time for Scattershoot.
Let's go.
Wilder Show Scattershoot. The State Fair. Went to the State Fair. We talked about that.
Yeah, we did. Tell me about it.
It was good. It was really good. I thought everything about it was good. Of course, I always think
the high points.
Food. Food. It's like food trucks, and they're also advanced now. In the old days, they were just like shacks. Like maybe at the ends of each like long row.
Yeah.
You'd have sort of an anchor good facility. And they're all good food, but just a sort of good facility. And the rest were sort of just basically trucks.
Not really trucks.
Not trucks,
though.
but you know what I mean? Like it was like little
tables and tents.
Very humble stuff.
Yeah.
This is almost all of them now.
There's a lot of fancy stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of fancy. Everything's fancy now. And it was good. I didn't ride any rides. I ate some food. And all the food I ate was, I ate the same things every time, or portions of the same things every time. I didn't have anything sweet. I had a couple of bites of Belgian waffle, but all the things we talked about, all the sweets and the winners of the, bourbon sopapillas and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Didn't go for any of that.
Well, I'd like to, but I ran out of time. You can't just do the whole time. So it was good. I was there with my family.
Yeah.
And that meant the extended, and that meant my grandson.
Yeah.
So his very
first trip to the fair.
Yeah, state fair.
How fun.
So John West, big Tex and little Tex. It was good. Yeah, he was good. He was great. He didn't misbehave or anything. It was probably at a time he normally might have been either eating or doing something else.
Yeah.
Not just going through the automobile building with the
I can already kind of he's
pops.
Not ever going to misbehave. I just don't think so.
In my eyes,
yeah,
probably not.
I don't think so.
No, it's good though. It's all good. Yeah, and then he was
really cute.
he was dedicated at church yesterday.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, that's good. You know, the Baptist church does like and it's sort of like you've seen it. I mean, you've been a part of one of those before, where they just ask the parents to commit to this, and the church to pray for the parents, and all this, and that kind of stuff. It was good. It was really
a big
good.
weekend.
Yeah, it was really. It was like that was on Saturday, the fair, and then that was on Sunday. Whew.
That's a lot of activity for you.
Yeah, for me, it really. you're saying that with a bit of a smirk, but
no, I mean it seriously. It's really, a lot of activity for you.
It is. I was sort of pooped at the end of not the end of the church thing, but in the end of the fair. It's like the good news is if you're walking that much at the State Fair of Texas, at least you're walking from one place to eat to the next.
Yes. So you mean there's something good on the other end? It's not like for exercise or something like that.
That's right. You're not doing it.
There's a reason for the
right.
steps.
Because the step, for example, the steps between the cotton candy and the Belgian waffle.
Yeah.
Or between the Belgian waffle and the fudge.
Right.
Or between the fudge and the corn dog. It's kind of good because you have stages.
Yeah.
You walk a little bit and then reward yourself. And then you walk a little more and have some more reward.
Well, I'm glad it was fun.
It was good. I'm a huge fan of the Great State Fair of Texas. Go. If you haven't been, go. If you've never been, go. We've taken people who've never been before. It's always a treat to take someone with you who has never been to the State Fair of Texas.
And maybe isn't even from Texas.
Oh, yeah, that's even better.
Yeah.
It is sort of a mishmash of humanity. You have to be open to that. Lots of other people.
Yeah.
There.
That's good.
I think it's great.
That's good. Yeah.
I think it's fantastic. I love it. I love being there with all the people. It's one of the things when I was at the grocery store. I loved the fact that in those days everybody had to come to a building to get food. Everybody. Like rich people had to come to get food. Ugly people had to come to get food. Pretty people had to come to get food.
All together.
All in the same building.
Under one roof. Yeah.
I was the one putting the food on the shelf for all the people. Not everybody comes to the same building anymore.
Well, and now you can get somebody else to do the shopping for you, and you just pull into the parking place and they bring it out to your car.
It's not the same.
Or they'll bring it right to your house.
It's not the same. It's not the same. That's okay.
Sometimes I think it's kind of better, but.
Yeah, but as a worker, it was nice to, you never knew.
Yeah. Who you'd see?
Yeah.
You mean?
Plus, when I was a worker when I was in high school, and so sometimes you'd have like the parents of your friends.
Sure.
Because I went to a neighborhood high school, and so other kids living in the neighborhood, their parents might come to Old Minyards number 6, and that could be good or bad,
Yeah.
But
well, at least there are still grocery stores. There are hardly any record stores.
That's true. Yeah. There are a few.
Once in a while, you'll come across one. I think there are one or two in town here. And there's one on our side of town. I bet in the whole North Texas area, I bet there are more than that.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I think so.
Not like you used to have them.
No.
I mean, you'd have more than one in a mall.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, well,
Gone are the days. That's okay. You know what they're doing now, though, that is quite different from the way we did it?
What's that?
There's this woman in California who has decided she is serious about getting married. She's 41 years old.
That's good.
She is ready to find a husband and settle down.
All right.
She doesn't want to just date for the sake of dating anymore. She wants to find somebody who is marriage-minded, like she is, and would like to have a baby, be married, and have the first baby within 2 to 3 years.
Okay, that seems reasonable.
No one who is not serious need apply.
Listen, can I pause for a second?
Yeah.
I think that's if that's where you are.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
So if that's where you were, you would build a website and buy 10 billboards along Highway 101, Highway 101, I guess, in California.
101. So it has her picture on it or something?
I don't know if it has her picture on the billboards, but the billboards send you to marrylisadotcom.
Marrylisadotcom.
Marrylisadotcom. It's Lisa Catalano. It's not 10 billboards, actually. It's a dozen billboards.
Goodness.
She's trying to catch the attention of potential partners. She's had a couple of failed relationships, frustrating encounters on dating apps. And so she launched her campaign this month. She hasn't talked about how much she's paying for those billboards, but I would imagine it's not cheap. And I went to marrylisa.com, and unless she is a web designer on her own, it's a pretty extensive website. Are you looking at it right now?
I'm trying to. It's MARRY.
MARRYLISA. Yeah, marrylisa.com.
Oh, there she is.
There's a whole thing. I mean, she kind of gives her history of why she's doing this. Talks a lot about about Lisa. More about Lisa. Who is Lisa looking for? Non-negotiables. Lisa's non-negotiable items are qualities which align with her core values that she believes are essential for compatibility in a relationship. Please read carefully before submitting an application.
Okay.
You got to be on board for a monogamous relationship,
I like that.
dating with the intent for marriage. I think I mentioned this already. She lays out the timeline of marriage and starting a family within the next 2 to 3 years. She is college educated, and she would like you to be college educated, also bachelor's degree at a minimum. No drug use, generally healthy lifestyle is a must. She likes wine, but no tobacco, psychedelics, recreational drug use. Good. And she would like you to have good hygiene. And she's a Democrat. She would like you to be a Democrat also, a liberal or left-leaning politically at least.
Okay.
She is a lapsed Catholic. She doesn't really have any
religion.
There. I mean, it is all out there. She's had no cosmetic surgery. Okay. Here are pictures from her. Have you found the pictures from her vacations yet?
No, I've kind of seen. I think
it's a lot.
I'm capped out on Lisa.
It's a lot. I mean, I guess there would be some stuff left to get to knowing Lisa.
I don't know. I think most guys, and I don't speak for all guys, but this would not work for most guys.
Why?
It's just, it's too visible. It's too much out there. It's too much.
How would that affect, though? Like if you filled out the application and there's an option for you to fill out the application for you or for someone else. So can you just imagine the mothers who are filling out these applications for their single sons?
I have a nephew. You should get together with my nephew.
You'd love my nephew.
You'd love my nephew. He's a dentist.
You'd love my son.
He's a wonderful boy. He's a dentist.
Her first picture here is in front of the Golden Gate Bridge, and
she's Bay Area, right?
She is Bay Area, yeah. And I will be in that part of the world soon, and I'm kind of hoping I see one of her billboards.
Okay, well,
12 billboards.
That's. I think it's a little bit much. I think some guys would see that as. Well, I don't know, poo-poo. It's a new world, you know. Who am I to say anything?
She has a lot of qualifications here. She said there is some flexibility. She's got an age range, 35 to 45. She'd like him to have never been married and have no kids.
Okay.
She wants him to be local. She's not in for any, long distance thing, and she doesn't want to move. She's attracted to more clean cut looking men, slim to medium build.
Okay.
Minimal tattoos. She's got a lot of qualifications.
Let me tell you a story real quick. In the old radio station days, I went to a car dealer It was one of those things where the sales manager said, "Hey, come, you may be a spokesperson for this car dealer, and would you come and meet, whatever morning?" And I said, "Yeah, of course, I'll go." And so it was raining really hard that day, and so I got there and I was there on time, and the sales manager got there and he was there on time, and the salesperson who was assigned to the dealership was running a little late.
Mm-hmm.
When she finally got there, about 15 minutes late, she was talking about the weather and how it held her up. And of course, we had all been there. We were in the same weather. Mm-hmm. It rained on the just and the unjust. Mm-hmm. And we had made it, but she had not. Anyway, so she makes her presentation, and she's going through the whole thing, and she's looking over at she had really worked hard on it. I could tell. It's like a bar graph, and then like a what do you call it? A circle graph? What do you call it? Like a pie chart? Like a pie chart,
yeah.
Yeah, different things and all manner of stats. And if you'll turn to page 4, and then she holds it up, and does that make sense? And does the whole thing. At the very end of it, she kind of looks at him like, "So, are you ready to buy?"
Mm-hmm.
And he takes it and he looks at it, and he says, "I really appreciate you doing all this work." And then he didn't slam it down, but he turned it upside down, like face down on the table, folded his hands and said, "Now, let's talk about what's important to me."
Mm. She left that out.
Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. I thought she has learned, hopefully, if she was paying attention, she learned a very valuable lesson.
Yeah.
Don't go in there and just talk about everything that's important to you. This is what I want. Mm-hmm. I'm this, and I'm lapsed Catholic, and you can't be this, and you can't be this, and you can't have hair, and you can't have tattoos, and you can't have this,
no
and
kids.
Way too much this, and no kids. It's some point a guy will look at that whole presentation. He'll take his laptop, he'll close it, and he'll think, "Now let's talk about what's important to me." I know that would happen after you apply. Mm-hmm. In theory, but if a guy brought that long list to her. Mm-hmm. Is that okay? Let's go over our lists together. You have 48 items. I have 52. But let's just go over them back. It's just a little bit. It's a little bit.
Yeah.
She may get her goal. She may find a man, get married, have a baby, or whatever she wants to do. Good for her for using technology, I suppose. But it's a little much. I think for most guys, it's a little much. Here's Lisa when she was little. Here's Lisa in England. Here's Lisa in June in Paris. Mm-hmm. It's like, first of all, I can't afford to send you or take you to all these places. I'm just a normal guy doing a whatever. Or, you know what I mean?
That would probably weed out some potential suitors if they thought it was a requirement to be able to bankroll trips like that in the future.
But maybe there's a guy out there who says, "You know what? I haven't found Ms. Right. I'm really busy building my career. Hey, this is perfect. Sounds like my gal. Hey, fantastic. Mm-hmm. It works out. Who am I to argue with what works out? So it's good for her for...
I'm going to keep an eye on this.
Got her on the news.
Yeah.
Got her on the news. The local channels are all over it. And then she gets extra pub.
Yeah.
So she buys the billboards, and she gets another $400,000 in exposure on the local, and then the local becomes national. I mean, you know about it.
I found out about it through a national publication.
Well, good I'm sure it'll go well for her. Mm-hmm. I'm not that sure.
We've been hearing a lot lately about how good coffee is for you. I've been so encouraged by those stories, all the health benefits of coffee. There is one thing you might want to watch out for, though.
What's
if you're
that?
Drinking coffee at work in a shared kitchen, people are terrible about washing out their mugs.
Oh,
they
really?
They did a researchers. This happened in Canada. So maybe, it's hard for me to believe that American people are a whole lot different, but the Canadian researchers ran swabs around the rims of coffee cups in shared office spaces, found more than 100 bacterial colonies on mugs that had presumed to have been cleaned by the people who'd used them before. So, and I've seen people do it. You shove the mug under there and maybe, you rinse it off a little bit and then you dry it off. That is not a clean mug.
No.
So if you want your coffee to be healthy, wash your own mug, take it back to your desk.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with it. And when we've been at other radio stations, radio stations are the worst.
Yeah.
I always presume everything's infected at a radio station because I know how the people are at radio stations. Yeah. It always feels nice at a radio station when you get the real mug, not just a styrofoam cup.
Yeah.
get a real mug to have your coffee. That feels good. But I always do a good job of really washing it.
Well, in a lot of the stations,
or put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of the stations that we've been to, and I'm sure this is true of a lot of office kitchens now. They have a dishwasher, and you put it in there and actually run it through. But yuck!
Not in Canada.
No, well, I guess not. We're not as happy in the United States as we have been over the last few years. United States reached its lowest ranking ever in the annual World Happiness Report.
Yeah, I'm always is the word dubious. I'm always skeptical of those reports that say we're not this, or we're not that, or we are this. But why do they say we're not?
Well,
we're not
it's kind of.
happy?
Let me tell you where right now we are at 20. We're sitting at 24th out of 143 countries. We dropped only from 23 in 2024. So we were in 23rd place last year, but it's a pretty significant decline from 15th in 2023.
Because I've been to many countries. Name off the countries that are ahead of us.
Yeah, number one.
Sure.
Finland. Number 2 is Denmark. Number 3 is Iceland, Sweden, Netherlands, Costa Rica, Norway.
I think I figured part of it out.
What's that?
The ones that are happiest, the ones that have never seen me on their shores.
It's one question that they ask.
What do they ask?
One question.
Are you
happy? That is
happy?
asked that determines where the country ranks on that list. Imagine a ladder with steps numbered from 0 at the bottom to 10 at the top.
Okay.
The top of the ladder represents the best possible life for you, and the bottom of the ladder represents the worst possible life for you. On which step of the ladder would you say you personally feel you stand at this time?
Okay. I'm going to punch holes in this.
Okay.
Part of this is if we have a dissatisfied generation, we will never pick as high as perhaps we actually are as a people. If we are dissatisfied, so we talk about first world problems.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're dissatisfied. We stand in front of the microwave and go, come on.
Sure.
I mean, it's not fast enough. 17 seconds is too long to heat up your food or whatever. But there are other places where people are more content.
Oh, of course.
Well, I'm just
your
saying,
expectations have to have a lot to do with
that's
this,
what I mean.
Sure.
It might have everything to do with the expectations of the people that are answering those questions.
Interesting.
I mean, if I am dissatisfied, I will say, no, I'm not. I'm not on the step that I should be on. I should be up there. I deserve more. My life is not as good as it should be. I know people who are up there, and I'm not up there yet. And that means I should be up there, but I'm not. You have other people say, it's a good life.
Yeah.
It's a good life. It's a good place that I live. It's all good.
I'm
now,
pretty healthy.
And
got everything I need.
They, by the way, might have a much worse life. I've been to places where people are much more content.
Well, yeah.
And they have far less. I know happy is the question. And people that are dissatisfied are, by definition, not as happy as they could be. People who are satisfied, even if they have very low expectations, are happier.
Yeah.
So it's not really a question of who has the better country. But I would just say your expectation, it's one of the Wilderisms.
Yeah.
Disappointment is the gap between expectation and delivery.
Sure.
If your expectation is way up here and the delivery is way down here, this gap is the measurable disappointment. So if people have an expectation, because we are Americans and we're the greatest country in the world or whatever people think about this country, but they don't have it right now, they'd be dissatisfied. On that one question quiz, they would say they're low.
Yes. And I think it's interesting. That was not a list of the best places to live. It wasn't what's the best country.
Where the happiest people.
Yeah, it's where the happiest people are.
Interesting.
Which might kind of make it
a better place.
A better place.
Sure, I think so.
To be.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting thing, and it's quite extensive. You can read about the chapters are there's an executive summary, then caring and sharing, a global analysis of happiness and kindness, how sharing meals supports happiness and social connections. If you go to worldhappiness.report, you will find the World Happiness Report for 2025, and it lays it all out there along with the rankings of the 140 countries that were measured.
One thing I meant to mention in the first segment is Mayor Eric Adams. He has stepped down. He said not stepped down. He said he's not going to run.
He's not going to run.
Yeah, he's pulled out of the race. That leaves Mamdani, who is the candidate that happens to also be Muslim, and who is leading the race by like 20 points. The case could be made. That's because other votes were split between Cuomo and Eric Adams. Now with Eric Adams out, who knows? But gosh, so the choice in New York, now I know you have Curtis Sliwa. That's a Republican candidate. Most people believe he doesn't have a chance just because it's New York and he's a Republican.
Yeah.
But the choice, if it isn't Sliwa, the choice is Cuomo or Mamdani. Secretly, I think Republicans wouldn't mind Mamdani at all.
How so?
Absolutely.
Why?
Make Democrats own that they either supported him or refused to stand against him. That all the people that made a big deal out of New York and 9/11 and all this kind of stuff, where were you when you could have saved New York from this socialist? I mean, he says he's a socialist. He is a socialist. Happens also to be Muslim. Doesn't mean you couldn't have a good, fine Muslim mayor of a city, but New York would be an interesting choice.
Yeah.
For the people of New York to select him, and we'll see. Okay, that is today's podcast. Let me go back. And one of the things that can happen between now and the time this podcast drops is the whole shutdown of the government.
Right.
It's tonight, as you hear this, tonight at midnight, and much is going back and forth. We'll have to deal with that as we talk later in the week on Friday. Instagram, you find us on Instagram. The Wilder Show podcast is on Instagram at Wilder Show Pod. If you want to send us an email, just email to podcast@wildershow.com. And the Wilder Show podcast drops Tuesdays and Fridays, 6 a.m. Central Time on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you get your podcasts. And we hope that you will like us and rate and follow and subscribe. The follow and subscribe and share are really helpful and really important. So thank you if you've done that, and please do it if you haven't. And you can find us also on the TikTok. Put some stuff up there now and again. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.